It's Friday night.
Friday night is cool.
Thank God it's Friday.
This is the best day of my life.
Just got it's Friday night. Oh yeah. Friday night.
Friday. I'm in love. We gotta do something. Absolutely. You know what we gotta do?
What are you gonna do?
We're gonna go out and party.
For the first time in my life, I feel like there's hope.
Cave Crew Radio.
Live on Facebook,
YouTube, and cavecrewradio.com. And always on demand, wherever podcasts are found.
search Cave Crew Radio.
Oh dear, oh my, it's Friday night. We're in the cave. DK and Big B. I gotta unmute Big B. I thought he might have.
Hi there.
Yeah, unmuted you.
Thank you.
I didn't know if you'd want that leaking into the YouTube.
What that? I had to fix my son's glasses.
It goes here too. My kid's birthday is Monday. He turns 17. And he's asking for these ridiculous shoes. And did I tell you last week how he asked me for these AirPods? He's as you would say, the epicenter of all things Apple.
Oh, look at him, fancy.
Yeah, and last Christmas I bought him and Isbia, Melissa, my wife, whatever you call them, wireless earphones. Mm-hmm. But those are junk.
Those aren't AirPods.
They aren't AirPods. He does not work for a living. He's a professional Xbox player,
right?
High school student. Dreams of valor. Just not good enough for him. So $180 these AirPods are, Big B. And I said, give me those damn other ones, and hopefully they'll work on the show.
Right. And have you tried them? Do you have them on now?
No, I don't, because the birthday's Monday. The AirPods are here, I believe.
Gotcha.
Oh, by the way, he also has I also went ahead and, after our long discussion a few weeks ago, bought the Manscaper.
Oh my goodness! So, did you ever get down to the bottom of how you knew?
Don't want to know.
All right. This is why I need your wife, at least for a guest appearance one day on this show, because I have questions.
Well, you know what? We have major announcements of guests coming up for Endless Summer Beach Party, which should start next week. It's June. Mm-hmm. We might not have a guest yet, but we also have to set the date for the Memorial Choo Mania between the now official couple.
We certainly do, because the sooner we set the date, the sooner they can prepare.
Right. And if they're not, complaining about not being able to do things and eating ice cream during the show and not listening or watching the show and evading their vaccine, we could get to the bottom of this.
Right. I think we must, during Choo Mania, we must address the vaccine evading.
Yeah. Because again, today, I can't wait for these kids to come to school. They're driving me crazy. Get a shot, man, so the damn kids can go to school. This ain't a half glass, half empty, half full. You're one or the other.
We are open here. Everybody's getting vaccinated.
No,
We're open.
and now they're accelerating the I got great news. They're accelerating the vaccines over here.
Okay.
I'm hoping sometime end of June, early July for number 2.
Okay.
My wife wanted to go to Nashville. I know you're talking upper state New York. We could rendezvous up there. Like I want to get going. I don't have much of a social life, but I am the epicenter of needing a vacation.
Well, right now we're discussing the Finger Lakes area.
It's gorgeous
in upstate New York, but there is next year, and I will talk to you about this off the air. But there are plans brewing to go to, I guess, somewhere near Ontario.
Oh, well, I mean, where is near?
I have to talk to you about this off the air.
Okay.
But there are plans, and there's a reason why.
Ontario is vast. Ontario is probably the size of the Midwest.
Oh, like Ontario City, something like that.
All right. Well, we'll have to talk about this later.
Right, and there's a reason behind it. So we can discuss it, but this is up in the air as plans for next year.
Yeah.
So,
oh, nothing but hoping for the future is what we're. But I have a study and an example from a former employee of the show of how you may be able to get extra vacation to make that happen.
Ooh, I can't wait.
Also, we have, of course, Big B's editorials for the week. This week he is winging it. It's the best way to do it, ladies and gentlemen. This is when classics happen. I also want to add that I said last week that the urine stench alley part that we continued with should not be part of the Book of Stew. I changed my mind.
Okay.
It was too important. So the Book of Stew coming up tonight and next week, Big B, is the last one. After next week, the Book of Stew will be on hiatus until after Endless Summer Beach Party is.
Gotcha. And we have a number of guests booked for Endless Summer Beach Party.
And I got the announcement. Trust
I'm quite excited.
It's coming. But I want to tell you, a cliffhanger, just like Amazon Prime, just like Netflix, the Book of Choo Choo Stew, the great sauna debate.
Oh, man. That went on for a couple of weeks, I remember.
Yes, it was awesome. So we'll leave you hanging, folks, because the show's going to start. And then, and then I actually, to add to your stories, have a wrestling story. I used to do a wrestling show. I'm a big wrestling fan. I know you were watching a lot of wrestling for a while. John Cena is in the news, and I have a short clip to share with you.
You know what I've been watching is these the A&E documentaries.
Oh, they're not bad, not as good as Dark Side of the Ring, but
and that's the other thing I've been watching, the Dark Side of the Ring.
Yeah.
So this week it's actually like a double header of The Undertaker. Last Sunday was the A&E biography. Yesterday was the Dark Side of the Ring, which I haven't watched yet. I haven't watched Dark Side of the Ring under Ultimate Warrior, not Undertaker. Ultimate Warrior.
The A&E Roddy Piper and Macho Man
was great.
Excellent. I really enjoyed the Roddy Piper.
It was great. And Roddy Piper was one of my favorite wrestlers
Me too.
when I was a kid. I mean, who didn't love Roddy Piper?
I was kind of bummed out, and I know we're closing in, but when I found out he was a Canadian.
He wasn't Scottish, right, from Scotland.
It broke my heart, even though I'm a proud Canadian.
And I didn't find that out until I watched the documentary. I never knew.
But great wrestler. Anyway, folks, we're going to clear out the clock here. And as we said, we have a big show ahead for you. So we're going to give me a few minutes. It takes me a couple of seconds to take things down. And another crazy edition of Cave Crew Radio is right around the corner. Of course, I got to press the buttons, and away we go.
Air traffic control, bring in New York. Roger that. Bring in Canada. 10-4. Gentlemen, we have liftoff.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
If you are into beer, the atmosphere, Guinevere, queers, big rears, oh my dears, frequent cheers, racketeers, chandeliers, peanut butter, whiskey and moonshine, we would like to welcome you to our little piece of the universe.
Warning, Will Robinson. This program contains bad words.
Use caution.
If easily offended, enter
At your own risk.
Things are starting to get weird in here.
really weird.
It's the Big B and DK on Cave Crew Radio.
Cave Crew Radio.
Listen to us now at cavecrewradio.com.
There was a time when the world turned their back on men. Men with a dream and savage yearning within them. Legions compelled by passion that knows no boundary. A consuming flame that defies plausible explanation. Battling the forces of domestication, they find the courage to band together to experience the awesome power of being men.
I say this with all due respect.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Tonight's broadcast of the masculine feminist has been commandeered by the secret society No Ma'am.
Gonna go to a place where I get a shot and a beer, steak, man. Saying we can stop, get pancakes, and then we'll get laid, all right?
Why do you drink ice cold beer on a hot day?
Mr. Clevin, what else are you going to do with it?
To alcohol, the cause of and solution to all of life's problems.
The Yankees are champions of baseball. It's a power play goal.
This is Cave Crew Radio.
Indeed, it is Cave Crew Radio, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. My name is DK, and I am live from my cave in Windsor, Ontario, Canada. We are live on cavecrewradio.com. We are live on our YouTube channel. We are also live on Facebook, and we are available wherever podcasts can be found. Great to be here tonight. If you missed the pre-show, shame on you. We got a great show. A really, really big show, as Ed McMahon would say to Johnny Carson. So without any delay, it's freezing here again. We go from 90s to 50s and 40s. It's piss pouring rain. Wind like you wouldn't believe, but I don't care. It's Friday night. It's time for the show. And joining me at this time from Queens, New York, the president-elect, as knighted by the Queen of England, is Sir Big B, the Duke of P, always the epicenter of something. Take it away.
Yes, live from Queens, New York. I am Sir Big B, your president-elect of the United States of America. And as always, I am the epicenter of something. This week, I am the epicenter of exhaustion. It's been one of those weeks that we all have and the week takes like a month and a half to complete.
Yeah.
To get from Monday to Friday seems like we've aged, 20 years.
It's like you're climbing Jacob's ladder or something. It's
Oh my God, and it never ends. Like every day, I thought it was the next day.
Even on the pre-show, I heard the creak of the door in your cave.
Yeah.
And your son was missing a screw from his glasses or something.
Every 2 weeks, he's missing a screw from his. I don't know what he does with his fucking glasses.
You need to get him a one-piece, like a sports.
Oh my God. I have no idea what he does, but every single pair of glasses he has, at some point, he loses a screw. Then we get a new one or find the one that he lost, put it back in, he'll lose it again. So last time I did it before this, I MacGyvered it. I took a paper clip. I put the paper clip through the 2 little holes here that hold the screw right there.
I've done that. Yeah.
Twisted it, used wire cutters, cut the end off, bent it so it didn't cut himself, and that held just fine. I think I'm going to have to do that again tonight.
Now, I have to ask, though, how does one find a screw that small?
Well, if he was in his room and he says, I lifted up my glasses, I went to put them on, and the screw fell out, and I was like sitting here. At that point, that's when you get the flashlight and just start rubbing your hand on the carpet because it doesn't fall far.
Is the entire family there or just you?
Last time it was just me last time.
Oh, okay. So you didn't bring the wife in and
no.
The dog sniffing and none of that.
No, and you put your hand across the carpet and you shine it to see if something reflects, and I found it. This time I don't know where. Obviously I'm down here. He was all the way up there. I don't know where he was. I'm not even going to bother looking for a goddamn screw. If we have a little tool kit to one of those eyeglass repair kits,
yeah,
it may have a screw in it. I'll put it in there. If not, I'm using a fucking paper clip.
Sounds like you should keep one of those on hand.
Oh my! I should keep 12 of them on hand for him. But that's the kind of week this has been. It's been nonstop since fucking Monday.
Now, maybe
every day, I thought it was like I'd wake up and it's Tuesday. I was thinking it's Wednesday, and then Wednesday I wake up, I think it's Thursday, and so forth. So the week seemed exponentially longer because I always thought it was the day ahead.
Now, was it mainly because of work or home related?
No, work stuff.
Yeah,
it's just very, very long days at work, and they bleed into the next day, and you got to pick up where you left off from the next day. And then of course the random screw falls out of a fucking eyeglasses.
Oh yes, I think speaking of eyes and speaking of exhaustion, you and I are. I have to mark it down. The random screw falls out. Sorry, folks.
I've already written it down.
I got it too. That was a great one, and it could be for anything.
Oh well, I specified the glasses, but that's okay. We'll decide at the end of the show. See, I'm already thinking it's the end of the show. That's the kind of week it's been.
But you don't want to rush through this. You and I have said this before.
Can I drink?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Have some peanut butter whiskey. Now, normally when we're exhausted, we come on before we even do the pre-show, and we're like, I don't know how we're going to get through this. We're exhausted. Our eyes are tired. And somehow they seem to be the best shows of all. So stay tuned. And
yeah, I can't wait because Lord knows something is going to come out of this because I don't give a fuck at this point in time. Thank you, Short Side. Short Side is allowing me to drink.
By the way, we missed Short Side last night. I'm wondering if Short Side and the other dude are the same guy because they never appear together.
Short Side and Lee Law. We had Lee Law last week,
yeah,
and Short Side wasn't here. Short Side is here this week, and I don't see Lee Law yet.
Lee Law's not.
So you never know. We haven't seen them in the same room, so to speak.
This is kind of ridiculous.
Oh, and by the way, now that I have Short Side, because if you recall, we're doing if you want
need a close up here. Hang on.
No, I don't need a close up.
Oh, okay.
We're doing After Hours with Big B.
After Hours with Big B. Our new, you wonder why we're so exhausted, everybody.
Right.
I spend hours and hours and hours getting the show ready. We do the show. Big B is now researching stories, and he's got a big weight to carry now that our junior intern is no longer here. And he's also doing after hours with Big B at absolutely no charge until we can figure out how to
charge for it. Right.
Yeah.
So 2 weeks ago, I had an hour-long video chat with Jason and Amanda.
Yeah.
And in the
They
meantime,
don't even listen anymore. They don't even come and see us.
I don't know where they are. They were there for a very brief period last week, and then we thought they were off exchanging bodily
Because
fluids.
they go get ice cream.
Right. And I don't know where they are now. So, but I was having a video chat with them, and in comes Pop Short Sigh in my messages, and he was asking what was the alcohol level of the moonshine. And I responded back to him, but I don't know if he got it. So just to let you know, the moonshine I was drinking, which is right here, the Climax Moonshine, that is 45% alcohol.
Let's get a solo. There we go.
It's 45% alcohol, 90 proof.
90 proof. That's pretty stern, even for American standards.
It is a firm alcohol, I will say, but
it's a colon cleaner.
It will do a few things.
Yeah, it'll keep away probably COVID.
I'm sure it would.
I'm convinced of it. I have not met anyone like you and I, drinkers, that have had the Rona. Oh, by the way, I gave one of the masks to some kids that were visiting my son, and we are all the rage.
Oh,
now amongst the skateboarders, whatever they are. It's so cool what we do.
Where do they listen to the show? Or
I think they are now, or watching on YouTube. Usually, what kids do, they don't watch live. They gather you on YouTube, and but all we need is a couple shares, and that influencer comes into play. But you and I were talking before the show. We're talking like vacation, wishful thinking, things opening up, actually getting away a little bit. And sometimes it's difficult. You have weeks like this, but we do have a former guy who is an expert, and missing a lot of time. Remember the artist formerly known as came to us. I don't know what I'm going to do. I got May to July. Only my 2 days off, no holidays. But you and I know better.
Of course.
He worked more than 14 days the entire year.
Right.
Well, I'm going to bring a picture up because you're actually talking about this on pre-show.
Yes.
He now has, so let's go through this. So far this year, fully vaccinated, yellow phlegm flu,
right,
which is a new one, self-medicating with antibiotics that his wife kept in the medicine cabinet.
Yep.
Asked one day if he was still running. No, I'm not running. I have a sore back and a chest infection.
Okay.
I believe about 5 days later, he had a sniffles. He had a cold.
Yeah.
And this week, he's at work, long shifts, doing his training. And big shout out to Jason Scott. He is actually here. See?
Look at that.
Sorry.
He's not exchanging bodily fluids yet.
Oh, my God. I thought he'd be eating ice cream somewhere. Anyway, so the new thing is an eye infection.
Aha.
And I've got to do the proper thing. I can't see the signals. So I did the right thing, DK. I left. He's having some ice cream at Dairy Queen.
You were right.
At least you're tuning into the show, Jason Scott. We need you here because you're involved in something a little.
And I'm hoping Amanda is sitting right next to him.
I doubt it. She's probably buying toaster. But anyway, so he develops. So he texts me, says, I did the right thing.
Right.
I left work and I will get a doctor's note tomorrow I have no idea who Terry Duckworth is, but welcome to the show, Terry Duckworth.
It's one hell of a
This
name.
is awesome.
Terry Duckworth.
Terry, please stay with us and become a regular. We have some awesome names out there, but Terry Duckworth. Is ice cream not a
euphemism? I don't know why that didn't come up, but it very well may be because
wait, we gotta. I'm glad the chat is rolling tonight. It makes me happy. So I did the right thing. I've got an eye infection. Of course, I left work early, and I shall be sure to get a doctor's note for 14 days when I arrive at home.
Right.
Now, before we bring up the picture, sick, should have a patch on the eye, should be sitting in darkness with ointment, in bed. You're unfit to work. You're not living the life of a king, although he's at the allotment, which we'll show a picture right now. He's at shops, and you notice something in this picture of the artist formerly known as Choo. He's got very gray since he's given up carbs. He looks about 20 years older. He's a lot thinner, but
he's doing great with his.
He's doing fantastic. So anyway, he's there with his pitchfork, shoveling the black shit at the allotment while he's deathly ill, and you notice something.
Well, you would normally expect when somebody has an eye infection, it's for it to be watering, some pus flying out of it, something going on, some swelling, something going on in the eye. Nothing there.
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
So you call bullshit.
Well, I think we've all done that throughout the year.
Yes, but we admit it. We don't. Oh, send prayers. Send prayers for me, guys.
Oh, poor
I feel so bad. I'm out of work. You're so full of shit.
I think he had the Rona like 6 times already, and he had symptoms. Maybe another 8 times that he had to be off. I don't know. He stubbed a toe one time.
Yeah.
Fit as
the
a
guy
fiddle.
does not like to work, and that's okay. Just admit it. That's all. I don't care what people do. I don't care that Jason Scott eats Domino's 6 times a week. Just own up to it, and I'll lay off. But when you're filling us with bullshit.
But that's the fun part. Like I said in our chat, by the end of the year, if we accumulate all the days that he works, it will be approximately 4 months out of the 12.
Right, because he already has 3 months vacation,
and I don't think that's been eaten into with his sick days, his days off.
He's playing it. Sick time.
Well, I mean, he is the boss now, so
yeah,
he can do whatever he wants.
Management, he's got. I wish I would hold my leverage to that, but I somehow have a business to still run, so I tend to work more.
I take my hats off and I say cheers to Stu.
Yeah, great job. You are the what was that show? The Lord of Illusions. Choo Who. Dr. Short Size says he looks as fit as a fiddle to me.
Yeah.
Just admit you're bullshitting, and I'll lay off.
I like the other picture that he sent that we don't have, but he starts off the conversation by sending this picture of this huge mound. It's got to be like 8 feet tall of manure.
Right. It's like all the horse shit in Wales has been shipped to the London allotment.
And he's got a wheelbarrow in front of him.
He's
in the picture. He's got his pitchfork ready. He's digging into that shit.
Yeah.
Like with reckless abandon.
Yeah.
He's getting as much as he
Dave
can.
and Wendy are down across the way at lot 46B. And he's like, I'm getting that no pun intended. I'm getting this shit out of here before Dave and Wendy catch me.
He is like a thief in the night, taking as much manure as he can. He's going to store it in his fucking little cabin, his shed out in the allotment. But I guarantee now that he's not going live from the for the show, he's going to store some in the shed.
Yes,
because he's going to keep some for a rainy day. He's going to have rainy day shit in his shed.
I guarantee. Instead of coffee tables now in the cabin, there are plastic totes that are filled with horse shit.
Do you think that's where he makes the furniture out of now? So he's got like a plastic tote as a coffee table with some PVC tubes as legs filled with the shit, and he's got the couch. It's all molded now out of manure.
Yes.
I think
straw. Don't forget the straw. You always said the straw was an important part.
That's right. The straw is the important. And I think, remember how we always said in the cabin, when the seasons change, it expands and contracts. So when it expands, you let the rain in or whatever. Is he filling those cracks with manure
instead of Gorilla Glue or putty or? I think so, and I think the trick of why we're burning propane inside of a wood enclosed building, is to aerate the shit to further grow the vegetables, because he doesn't eat any carbs. So
he's maximizing the growth potential of the shit by running propane in the cabin to aerate it.
And inside the shit, he's probably growing the beans that will make his, what did he call those? Martha sausages or
the Linda McCartney.
Yeah. He's probably making his own.
Oh, can you picture a Choo Stew sausage made by shit from the cabin? Cabin shit aerated from the propane.
Yes. And then his latest one is he doesn't use buns. He now uses a sheet of lettuce. I'm having McDonald's. I'm having a chicken sandwich. He sends me a picture and there's 2 pieces of lettuce on either side. I want to fucking vomit in my mouth.
I've never heard of a sheet of lettuce.
A sheet of lettuce. That's what it looks like. Here's one, here's the other. Put the chicken in the middle, and I've got to make chicken.
I'll make chicken with lettuce.
Yeah, with a sheet of lettuce.
A sheet of lettuce, ladies and gentlemen. A sheet of lettuce.
Yes. Wouldn't be surprised if he uses it for blankets. He probably looks at the 2 sheets of lettuce and I shouldn't eat the bun, and throws the lettuce away and eats the chicken.
Yes.
Fun even when he's not here.
He's turned into a tree hugging hippie. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, but I am convinced he is in contact with Tibetan monks. He's already bald. I'm waiting for him to get this robe shrouded with gold lace.
Well, what was his fucking guide?
Kenya.
Kenya.
Yeah.
Is Kenya guiding him? Shitty sausages with a sheet of lettuce.
2 sheets of lettuce with a Linda McCartney sausage in the middle, which is basically, why don't you just get 3 sheets of lettuce and eat that, for fuck's sakes? I can't wait till he sends me a bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich. Oh, fuck. Anyway,
this is the ultimate transformation of Choo Choo Stew, by the way, because when he was here in New York, we went out. We went to Coney Island. He had a Coney Island hot dog from Nathan's with chili and all this other shit on it. We went out to a German restaurant that's over here with authentic German food and ate, the highest quality German meats. We were going out to all different places and getting different foods and eating, true New York pizza, and he had all these fucking toppings on it, and now it's a sheet of lettuce
with a piece of chicken that we're not convinced is chicken.
It's Linda McCartney chicken.
Yeah. I don't even think it's real chicken. It's made with beans and hummus and who knows what else. Hello, Isbia.
I have questions.
Big B has questions. Would you like to?
No, I'm frustrated
Why?
because of that whole shoe incident right now.
Well, yeah, we don't get the shoe.
Oh my goodness, the shoe incident.
Here, come here.
Holy crap, we need to know about the shoe incident.
Come sit here, and I can hear you, but Big B can't. So I need you to sit here. I need you to put this in your ear.
Hi, Big B. How are you tonight?
There we go.
Hello, Melissa. How are you?
Good.
Endless summer beach party starting early. She's.
I have to rat myself out. I did a bad tonight.
That's okay.
My son wanted these shoes online, so I ordered. I got it through PayPal. I paid for it, but I just spent the last 40 minutes on the phone with them to get reimbursed because come to find out they're fraud.
Wait, what do you mean they're fraud? How are shoes fraud?
Website.
Are they actually phone books? What is going? How are shoes fraud?
I lose.
So Ken has the possibility of losing out $179.
Not to mention the authentic AirPods that cost me $189.
But how are the shoes fraud, though?
Big B saying, pass me the. Here we go. Okay.
I'm asking, how are the shoes fraud?
I don't know. Supposedly, my son and his friend said they're fraud. They're not the legitimate proper shoes.
So
and you believe a 17-year-old?
They're like a fake brand or something.
But will we get shoes that are made of sheets of lettuce?
No, we're not getting anything.
We're not getting any shoes.
You're not getting any shoes. You're going shoeless now.
Exactly.
The DK household is officially going shoeless, ladies.
Shoeless, just like in Japan.
We have other shoes.
Like shoeless Joe Jackson, it's going to be shoeless DK.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Does that mean I'm going to get sex tonight?
No.
No, of course not. Okay. Anyway, carry on. You did have a question for
I have
about the Manscaped.
I do. I have a burning question about the Manscaped. And this has been my question now for a few weeks. So he told me the story about how he has a buzzer, a facial buzzer, like I have one too, and that he always used to shave. And suddenly he didn't want to use it anymore. And he said, after consulting with you, it seemed that your son used it for other purposes, let's say, other than the face. So my question has been, and that's for you to say, not for me. But his stance was always he doesn't want to know how you know. I do.
Because we have an open son. It's good to have that open relationship.
So he came to you and said, Mom, I got to use a razor.
It was actually his idea. The whole Manscaped thing came up because our son wanted one.
So in your son's quest to manscape, to be more hygienic down in another region.
Underarms, like not make it hair, but they trim it. They like to trim, like.
Sure, I get it.
You know,
I have all these things. I get it.
Yeah.
But your suggestion was not to go
things. I get it. Write it down.
I will.
Different now. Remember when we were 17? We didn't really care about those things.
No, we really didn't. We were sweaty fucking hormonal pigs back then.
Yeah, we went to bush parties, got drunk, and we didn't care.
Remember the pornos? They were never trimmed.
Well, so during all this, when he's coming to you, and it's wonderful that you have an open son, you can talk about these things. So when he's coming to you and says, Mom, I want to do these things. I want to, groom more properly. The first response was take Dad's razor.
No. The thing you don't understand is Ken is worse than a female. Okay?
Oh.
He files his nails. I don't file my nails.
Wow.
He is, when it comes to oral hygiene, he's very on top of things. So Ken has multiple razors.
When it comes to oral hygiene, I'm very on top of things.
Apparently, you like oral hygiene.
Well, he's got like 5 different trimmers, so who cares if he used one?
Well, apparently, if and this is a whole revelation. I didn't realize he was this anal retentive about his appearance. So apparently, if he's
Toenails
got,
and then files them.
he what?
Does
Say that
that.
again. Say that again.
Clips his toenails and
Yeah.
then he takes out the nail file and he sits there and files them for like 20 minutes.
You don't
I
want
bet you not.
You don't
So
want
does
to hangnail.
So does he go get mani-pedis instead of you?
It wouldn't surprise me.
Ooh, look at the big bad.
I'm not
hockey
one that
player.
for people touching my feet, so
Oh, my wife is the same way. My wife hates anybody going near her feet, but yet she refuses to wear shoes in the house. So everybody's got to walk around it.
You got to center yourself in the camera.
no, because I'm very tired. It's been a long
We're all
day,
tired.
and
This
I
makes
just
for the-
spent 40 minutes on the phone after spending all day on the phone with Banks.
Was it some Indian guy named Frank?
Actually, I was shocked. This guy actually spoke English, and his name was Kevin.
Well, yeah.
Did he have Red Lobster with him?
Osama Kevin.
No, he was actually English. I was pretty shocked.
And he came right out and said, "I'm sorry, ma'am, you've been scammed."
No, he said, I have to wait 10 days for them to review it. That gives the guy opportunity to respond, and then my money will get back
it's on
if I get back.
If it's on PayPal, we'll get it back.
So
I just told Jake I'm not ordering shoes from these fucking web swap sites. I'm like, if you want a pair of shoes, Foot Locker, Sports Check, a legitimate site. That's it.
So was it like here in New York, if you go to Chinatown and you get the the Rolex, which is actually
I don't know,
Ronex.
some Kane wine, or what are they? Some rapper shoes. Kane West, Kanye West.
Kanye West.
I don't know.
So
Easy
instead of
350s or something.
instead of Nikes, were they Nukies?
I know.
Okay, can we do a show?
Sure. I just want
No,
to tell you.
I like having your wife here. I have lots and lots of questions. I'm
Yeah, but
finding out new
she's tired tonight and she looks like crap and she just wants to go upstairs and drink.
You know what? Have a drink with me. Bring down your alcohol. I have plenty here. I'm going to have a drink with you right now because I'm finding out new things with DK. I had no idea he was this anal retentive about his appearance. I had no idea he likes to paint his
He
toenails.
shakes his chest, waxes his chest.
Oh my goodness.
Let's not wax my chest.
Don't let him fool ya. I shouldn't be telling his secrets, but after 21 years, who cares?
Does he have a mirror, like a full-length mirror where he poses?
We do in our bedroom.
Oh my God. You do in your bedroom, and generally those are for fun times.
Exactly.
With your partner, but no, he does it solo.
Yep. Pretty much.
Wow.
Will you stay in the camera?
No, I'm tired. I am really, really tired tonight. It was a frustrating day. It's the end of the month. I do real estate law, and I don't know if you know how they're over there, but it's fucking nuts.
I used to
People
do
paying $200,000 over what I would pay freaking for a box.
I used to do I did accounting and finance for 14 years, so I understand the end of the month, beginning of the month blues.
Yeah.
So that could be a real pain in the ass, and it goes along with the theme that we're having tonight because I've had one of those fucking weeks this week too, where it lasts like 17 months. This fucking week lasted. So
chat here. You should be clicking on the chat. Do you know how to do that?
No, but I can figure
No,
it out.
don't do shit. You'll disconnect.
wait, so he just tells you to do you know how to do that? You go to do it, and then he yells at
Nothing
you.
new. That's
Oh
okay.
my! This is like
Make him take Jake for his Pfizer shot tomorrow.
No, I'm not doing that.
Why not?
We already made a deal.
Oh, there's a deal.
Someone to get the ice cream. Hey, I'm on driver tonight. Oh, that's Amanda.
Amanda's the driver.
You join the show once in a while.
I
Can
do.
have
I
my
usually
seat back?
listen, but I was on PayPal for 40 minutes.
All right, PayPal's good. Can I have my chair? We got a show
Yeah.
to do.
But you guys have a great night, and I'm going to go upstairs and drink my sorrows away.
Can we?
Thank you for joining us. Please join us again. I have so many other questions for you.
If I hook you up on your computer and get you all set up with your own microphone.
Mhm.
Will you join us on Endless Summer Beach Party? This is when we bring all the biggest guests in the world.
Yeah, but it depends on what end of the what week it is. If I have a busy week, I'm miserable.
I'll make sure it's a week you're not busy.
Okay.
Okay.
Then I got no problem.
All right.
Alrighty.
Thank you for joining us.
No problem, guys. Have a great night.
All right. You're forgiven
go.
for your scam. All
But
right.
if worst case scenario, we lost it on $170.
That's all right. I'll just work more overtime. Okay.
Oh my
There
goodness.
you go, ladies and gentlemen.
The things we learned.
Here's we go.
Apparently,
Amanda is apparently calling me fat. How's the treadmill going?
I'm so excited to learn that you paint your toenails.
Shorts. I do not paint my toenails, but I clip my toe. Have you ever had a hangnail? They're extremely painful.
So when's your next pedicure?
I don't get pedicures. I do it all myself. And I like to take care of myself. I'm sorry.
This big bad,
me fat.
This big bad tough hockey player apparently paints his toenails, shaves his chest, flexes in the mirror. Very excited by this.
Yeah.
I love finding out insights into things we didn't know.
To use those fish that chew the day. Oh, I saw that online, short side, and I want to try that. I do soak my feet in them. Look, I wear work boots all fucking week, and my feet get sore. And fuck all of you.
Can I just say one of the greatest guests we've ever had?
And we can get her back for Endless Summer.
I was so excited to speak to your wife.
She's a
lovely person, by the way.
She's all right. She's been around a long time. And she's a good shit. But I always tell her, like, even she was telling me about the shoes, and Jake wants these shoes, and he's on lockdown again for his birthday. And I'm like, yeah, buy him the shoes. I didn't know she was going to like www.iscamu.com to get the fucking shoes. Anyway,
I thought this was all Amazon stuff. Don't you like buy everything from Amazon?
I get a lot from Amazon and various other reputable places. Like the kid's right into American Eagle is the brand he likes right now.
Okay.
Last year was a Champion, which when I was a kid was the dirt. Now it's like major clothing. Anyway, it's not a big deal. PayPal, if she did on PayPal, which I told her to, they're rock solid. You'll get your money back.
Right.
Anyhow, before we go into our editorial blah blah blah, we might as well go into the Endless Summer. We do have some exciting announcements to make, and of course Lee Brown made this little recording for me, so let's see what's coming to the cave this summer, which starts next week, ladies and gentlemen.
It's an Endless Summer Beach Party
On Cave Crew Radio.
Wait a minute. Hear this.
Coming to the cave this summer, Raymond the Amish comic, the man of 1,000 voices, Matt Vanderpool, an epic battle of the sexes with Jason Scott and Amanda, and the return of the artist formerly known as Choo Choo Stew.
All that to look forward to, and possibly Isbia,
I can't wait. I have a question for Amanda about this picture that we have up here.
I think it's fantastic. She just won an Emmy or a Sensi Award.
I was going to say, is she a performer? What happens? All we know about Amanda is that she's a very successful Sensi salesperson. But this picture that we have here, I don't know if she's performing, singing, doing comedy. accepting an award for something. I don't know, but I have a lot of questions about this picture.
I have to say, while we have the two of them on the show, because you know them, it'll be like, let's just go for dessert. We've caught enough of this shit. We need to set a date.
We definitely need to set a date for this one because they need to prepare in advance.
Yeah. And you and I also have to prepare the 7 events.
Well, we have to prepare the 7 events, and we have to let them know ahead of time if they need any products,
any props, or
any props, right? So we have to prepare. I think we should end the Endless Summer Beach Party with this. We should build up the entire summer.
Really?
I think it's the grand finale.
And we got to make sure it's the night that Amanda doesn't have the kids. We didn't say there was any disrobing involved, but we could certainly.
No, we of course will make sure we'll all talk in advance.
Yes,
but I think this is the grand finale of the Endless Summer Beach Party
because this is a big one. We've had some fun along the way, but Raymond the Amish comic is now like a YouTube sensation, and if you have not seen Raymond on the show. It's great for me and Big B because we won't get a word in.
No, he just goes and goes, and he's very funny with
nonstop pile energy. I'm sure he's not on cocaine, but I could swear he is, and he's a blast. If you haven't seen Raymond the Amish, whatever it is, comic,
he's gonna kill you if you say Amish.
Of course, well, I will, and he'll jump down my throat 3 times in another, but. We also have the man of 1,000 voices, Matt Vanderpool. He's been on many, many times throughout the years, and he's actually on the Book of Stew tonight. He is fantastic and a mountain of a man, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. The guy's got a heart the size of Texas, and he's a great guy. Adopts children, volunteer firefighter, but he's a nut, and we love him. And, of course, we have the Battle of the Sexes. I should be able to confirm his band. Then the artist formerly known as Choo Choo Stew may finally need to stand before the court of urine stench alley.
That's right.
Give us some damn answers. Why he abandoned us, why he left us, and all this bullshit he's been passing around lately.
I think a trip to the highest court of urine stench alley for the artist formerly known as Choo Choo Stew during the Endless Summer Beach Party is quite warranted.
So it's a great time of year. We know you're busy. We know the weather's warm, but we really try to keep things stepped up and going. And then one of us may be gone. We haven't been gone in the summer for a long time now, but we'll, maybe have someone sit in. Like my new favorite guest host, Jason Scott, when you're not around.
That would be wonderful.
Yeah. And if anybody else wants to come on, I mean, we've got from June to September till Labor Day. Help us celebrate the greatest time of year before we go into, we of course have to meet and see if we'll be renewed again for season 8. It's always a very tense time. It's like a cliffhanger. It's like, who shot JR? And we sit there and go, what the fuck else we got to do? We're only getting older. Anyway.
The older I get, the more fun it is just to sit and talk.
Yeah, we love it. We look forward to it. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. The Endless Summer Beach Party. It's going to be a hoot. We guarantee it. All right, we got stuff to do here. We got things we got to get to. Didn't expect the interruption of the Choo Choo Stew rant or the surprise guest appearance on the show. So at this point in the show, we always like to catch you up on what's going on around the world. And it's a very special segment that we have. It's the breaking news exclusive with Sir Big B. Let's take it away with the audio.
Hey, good evening. And now the rest of the story.
And now for another lecture. News editorial with Big B.
Okay, I think I know what's coming first. If you stick to what we said, I got to get us on stream here. So you have a couple of stories for us tonight.
I do. There are a few stories coming out, and the first one comes from Idaho.
Idaho. So it's got to be about potatoes.
No, it is about a food product, though.
Okay.
Not potatoes.
What you would expect from Idaho.
Right. So a suspect trying to evade police allegedly learned the hard way that the ceiling of an Idaho Subway shop wasn't strong enough to hold the weight of a grown man.
So they don't use cement in Idaho.
No.
Is it like the Three Little Pigs with the straw hat and the...
If you go into a lot of these stores, at least here in New York, they'll just drop ceilings. So it's, just the little wire frames and the little tiles that break easily. And that's all you're going to get in a Subway. According to reports, the man is suspected of committing several crimes earlier in the day, including stealing a bicycle from a child and a stack of deli meat from the sandwich shop.
So he stole a bike from a child.
Yes.
Rode it to the deli. It doesn't say what kind of meat.
Oh, it does.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry for interrupting. Carry on.
So authorities arrested Jesse James Moore after they found him laying on the ground.
Jesse
James Moore.
Love it.
A little bit less successful than the original Jesse James.
Right.
They found him
with a train.
Right. They found him laying on the ground in the women's bathroom at a Subway restaurant in Idaho Falls. It's believed that he attempted to escape through the ceiling and then fell through as pieces of the ceiling were found laying on the floor next to him. So I guess he was through the story. So what happened is basically he earlier in the day stole a bike from a child.
Right.
He went to the Subway restaurant and they say he wanted to he applied for a job at the Subway restaurant.
Stolen bike.
He rode the stolen bike to the Subway.
Okay.
He applied for a job. He went to the store. They allowed him behind the counter. And then the employees left the area for whatever reason. I don't know why. I don't know what goes on in Idaho.
It's break time. It's siesta. We're in Idaho.
Ain't nothing happening. Fill out your application. Let us know when you're done. Have a good day. So when they came back, he had already gone. And they noticed nothing else was untouched except a stack of ham was missing. Now he's behind the counter. Now I was thinking about this. He's behind the counter, so you have access to the register. You have access to the back office area where I'm sure they keep a safe. You have access to various other pieces of equipment that are valuable, if sold out on the street. So what do you take? You take a stack of ham.
And if you've been in a Subway, they're they're just neatly cut in a plastic.
Right.
It's not like you're taking the finest pork of.
Correct. You're not taking Duroc pork. You're taking some ham from Subway. So he left. He got on the BMX bike that he stole. Went to another area. Stole a motorcycle. He left the BMX bike in place of a motorcycle.
This is like a real life version of GTA. Talking about the kid in his games.
It's GTA if it was the Keystone Cops doing it.
Yeah, you're because I don't know. I don't play it, but I watch my son, and what they do is they get in a car, they drive, they crash it, they pull another guy out, they get in another truck or a car or a BMX bike, whatever.
Right. So he left the BMX bike in place of the motorcycle, stole the motorcycle, but then was chased because the motorcycle owner caught him in the middle of it, called the police. He was chased. He went back to the subway where he stole the ham. He ran into the women's bathroom, barricaded himself in there, and tried to escape through the ceiling, which he found
he's
out.
Going up, not down.
He was going up.
He was going up. Okay, gotcha.
He went into the women's bathroom, went up into the ceiling, and realized drop ceilings can't hold humans. And he fell straight back down. And that's where the police found him, laying in the women's bathroom, surrounded by ceiling tile. And they took him into
of ham.
And sheets of ham, unlike sheets of lettuce.
It's all wrong. When I read the headline, I thought he fell through.
No, he
still got a grin on his face during his picture at the police shop, as we can see.
It says the Bonneville County Jail lists Moore as an inmate. He's reportedly facing multiple charges, including grand theft for the motorcycle and petty theft for the bike and the ham.
So the ham is listed as a
legitimate ham is listed. Can you imagine going into he'll obviously he's going to get convicted.
Right.
Can you imagine going to prison? Now there's a difference between your little county jail and prison. Your little county jail is, misdemeanors, you held overnight, whatever.
He's going to Dannemora. He's going down.
Right. You're in and out. When you go to prison, you're going to state prison where murderers, rapists, whatever are there, and you get in different cell blocks. Can you imagine going there and telling them, what are you in for? I'm in for stealing ham.
Yeah. I took the piggy.
He greased the piggy and took the ham.
Piggy. And he's got a grin on his face. Thought I was going to get away with it. Knew I should have went back to the subway, but I wanted some mustard for my ham.
That's right.
Now, I have a question for you, though.
Sure.
Over here, if you need food, in Canada, we have food banks, we have soup kitchens, we have downtown missions. There's always a place to get a meal.
Right.
I get the bike. I get the motorbike. I don't get the ham.
I don't get it either. That's why I was saying, you're behind the counter of Subway and the employees left. Everybody left him alone behind the counter of Subway. So he has free reign to the register, other equipment.
Money. You can order a pizza.
Right. You could go to the back where they have their safe. You could do a bunch of things. But he decided of all the, and if you've ever been to a Subway, there's like a 7-foot long case where you've got lettuce, tomatoes, various cold cuts, cheeses, whatever.
You could make an actual sandwich.
Right. You build your own sandwich, your breads and all that. So there are a number of different things you could have taken. He chose ham.
Yeah, I got to get the fuck out of here. I know I'm coming back later. I'm going to grab the ham.
There's nothing better than some good old ham.
Which isn't probably even real ham.
Coming from Subway, probably not. But he was very excited about the ham.
Now, do you think he'll be lucky enough to end up with Jared in jail?
I don't think Jared is in Idaho.
Oh, okay.
And Jared is in the sexual predator cell block, so I doubt they would be. There's
got to be something sick about ham too. That's got to be.
You know what? I like ham.
Could you plead insanity on this?
Probably
case?
not. Probably not. Because he literally went back to the place and tried to escape. So it's not like he was. There's another story that we're going to get to that you could plead insanity, but that's for a little later. And Short Size says he has very British teeth. Yes, when you have 4 or 5 teeth in your head, you're very British.
Right. Well, Idaho also has potatoes, as does Ireland.
That is true.
So both kind of British. All right, there you go, ladies.
Ireland isn't British. They would kill you if you said that.
I realize that. Well, that is partially incorrect because I am Northern Irish and they would freak out. But I think Ireland, they're okay with it.
I don't think they want to be called British. I think they want to be called Irish. I don't think they want to be called British. And I don't think the British would want to be called Irish. Like if we called Short Side Irish, I think it would take offense. If Lee Wall was here and we called him British, he may take offense too.
Well, I don't think he wants to be called British. He is a pure English.
Short side, yes, is pure English, and I don't think he would take kindly to being called Irish, unless he's Irish by descent. I have no idea.
Me too. But anyway, are we going to the missing body?
Yes, we are.
Okay, let's bring the missing body into our camera here, ladies and gentlemen. We can certainly bring that on solo for Big B, and you have another interesting story.
So I don't quite follow this story, so we're gonna figure it out together.
You and I.
The body of a missing man was found inside a paper mache dinosaur statue in a suburb of Barcelona, Spanish police reported. Police said a father and son noticed a smell coming from a Stegosaurus figure on display.
A paper mache Stegosaurus.
A paper mache Stegosaurus. A father and son noticed a smell coming from the Stegosaurus on display in Santa Coloma de Garament, and called police after the father saw the body through a crack in the dinosaur's hollow leg. They called authorities, who have identified the corpse as a 39-year-old man who was reported missing by his family. Firefighters responded to the scene to cut open the dinosaur leg and remove the body.
This is so. This is a Spanish cold case.
I'm assuming nobody knows how he got in there.
Because he was. Could he be the artist? Shang and made a mistake and suffocated inside the paper mache Stegosaurus.
Well, I will address that in a second.
Okay, all right.
While police have not confirmed how he got inside, local media reports that the man dropped his phone inside the statue and was trying to retrieve it. He fell inside, hanging upside down, and was able to call for help. However, police have not confirmed how the man got inside the dinosaur. So
let me get this straight. So the guy's climbing on the Stegosaurus, the paper mache Stegosaurus, for a photo op.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like ceilings in Idaho, and the phone drops into the innards of the paper mache Stegosaurus.
This is where it becomes so vague because they don't say anything. The only other line in the story is police are awaiting the results of the autopsy to find out the cause of death, and the Stegosaurus statue has been removed. That's the only other lines in the story. They don't give you any more information.
Well, they never do, and this is why we're here.
Right. So it's left up to your own devices. So there are two options that I see. One, it's one of the workers, not the artist. I wouldn't say it's the artist, but I think it's one of the workers that was, because you have to crane these things over, and you have to, chain them up. So I'm assuming you would climb on and whatever. One of the workers that was moving the Stegosaurus into place, or one of the artists or the artist that worked on it. Either way, you dropped your phone inside the Stegosaurus. You went into the Stegosaurus to get it. My problem with this is it's paper mache.
Yeah, you don't have to be the $6 million man to hack your way out.
It's paper mache.
It's not like Jonah and the whale. You don't need divine intervention. You are inside a paper mache Stegosaurus. Figure it out. It's paper.
Exactly. It's not concrete. It's not steel. It's paper. And the father and son that discovered this saw the body through a crack in the leg. So even if you're in there and you just don't understand, there's a crack in the leg that's shining light in. Obviously, you're going to see that. You could stick your finger through and go like this, and there you go. You're pretty much free at that point.
So are you claiming suicide on this?
What I think, my own personal theory, that is not founded by anything in this story, is that it was a Jimmy Hoffa type event. This guy was in the Spanish mob, the Spanish mafia, in the drug cartels, what have you.
He was Barcelona Bruja.
He was killed and put inside the Stegosaurus, hopefully never to be found again. Unfortunately, it's paper, so smells emanate. So as the body decomposes, smells come out of paper.
So shame on him for double crossing the Barcelona Bruja. And shame on the Barcelona Bruja for not tying a piece of cement around his leg and throwing him in the River Rhine.
Yes, that is my personal theory.
I like to debate. I like to question, but that makes more sense than anything.
Again, even if you fell and you're the most mentally challenged human being on the planet,
right? You're concussed. You would still kick your way out of the paper mache. The Kool-Aid guy smashing through on a commercial.
Right. There's fight or flight is the thing that we're all instilled with. It's survival skill. So in this particular instance, obviously, if you fell in by accident and you can't get out, there's fight or flight. You're going to fight. Obviously, there's no flight. You're not running anywhere.
Right.
There's fight. It's paper. The second you put your fist through it, you have an air hole. You can yell for help. And oh, by the way, if you have a phone, if you dropped your phone in there, you could call the Spanish equivalent of 911.
Right.
So
that's what leads me with the Buha thing that he was murdered.
That's what leads me to my theory of some form of hit, and he was left inside the dinosaur, hopefully to never be discovered again.
And you watch a lot of shows, so I think you're probably on top.
I watch a ton of crime shows, a ton of documentaries. Again, very, very poor planning by the perpetrators, because again, it's paper. You're going to find somebody in paper because paper is porous. Right. Smells will emanate from paper.
Right. And how they tucked him in so neatly that even the falling body did not perforate a portion of the same. Well, maybe that's how the crack in the leg appeared. I don't know.
I don't know.
Very good points. Very, very valid. I have to say, as much as I'd like to argue that I agree, Jimmy Hoffa, paper mache stegosaurus. All right, do we have any more?
We have one more, and let me for 2 seconds. Let me step away and get a beer.
All right, you get a beer, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to Cave Crew Radio or watching, depending what neck of the woods you're in. Big B needs to refresh his drink. He is doing a lot of reading, and we still have some great stuff coming along on the show.
I have a little bit of dry mouth, so I need to.
That's all right.
Refresh with a cold beverage.
How I feel after the first 6.5 years of reading all the stories. I really like being the color commentator. All right.
So we have a third and final story.
Very nice looking young lady.
Very nice looking. She's 35 years old, apparently.
35 years old. This seems. I think the guy who was in the subway was 35 years old.
There's something about that age.
This is the year 35-year-old. Can you please help me with a voiceover for my radio show in UK? Cancer Show Kenny.
Never mind me. Fuck me. It's all about you.
Well, I don't know if they're talking to me or if it's a Cancer Show. Kenny is the name of the show.
I'm assuming they're talking to you because that's the name. So
either way,
me,
if you need a voiceover from either of us, we'd be glad to help you. Bookings are done on the after show. All you need to do is join Big B after the show. Because
you know what? You didn't ask me, so fuck that.
How do you know?
They didn't specify me.
That's a vague statement.
That is not a vague statement. They're asking you directly if you could do a voiceover for the show in your UK. See, right there. For you, Ken. There you go.
Yes.
Aha. Not me. For you.
I can definitely help you with a voiceover.
So fuck me. I get nothing.
Fuck me. I get nothing. Great name for a show. I have no idea what he's talking about. Everyone's getting crazy now, and I can't follow things. But you want a voiceover? You got it. I do accept PayPal. Anyway, so you got this beautiful young lady.
So the headline reads, completely naked Minnesota woman, 35, arrested for masturbating in someone else's parked car and refusing to stop.
Okay, slow down because I got to grasp this now.
Mm-hmm.
And they had to give her age. Completely naked woman in her prime.
Yes.
Masturbating.
Yes.
Not normal if you're in a hotel room or in your own bed or perhaps in your own car.
Mm-hmm.
In someone else's car.
In someone else's car. Someone she didn't know.
Kenny, look, see, it is you. Kenny Stewart Music Show. Yes. Can you message me or post? I'd be more than happy. And so would Big B. We'll both do you.
No, the opportunity's gone with me now.
But it's not Kenny as in me. It's the Kenny Stewart Music Show. You're listening to the Kenny Stewart Music Show live on air. Anyway, I'm more interested at the moment about this woman in her prime, naked. Is she using any utensils or aids?
She is not. A woman found completely naked and masturbating on the floor of a vehicle she didn't own in Mankato, Minnesota, at a Mankato, Minnesota business has been arrested and taken into custody. According to MEAWW, 35-year-old Minnesota woman Jennifer Dorrit Weber faces numerous misdemeanor charges after she was found completely naked and digitally penetrating herself on May 9th inside an SUV that didn't belong to her.
Dude, where's my car?
See, this is where it becomes a little weird.
This is fantastic. This is, as much as you knock the new liberal accept and do anything, this is like, I forgot where the fuck I parked, or my ugly boyfriend's in the car. I need to digitally, what did you call it? I want to write that down too. Digitally penetrate?
She was found naked and digitally penetrating herself on May 9th. So this is where it gets a little weird. Now, not that masturbating in a car.
Weird already. Wait, you're really growing hard to these stories because it seemed weird as soon as you started telling me about this.
I'm a bit jaded, but police responded to the scene after concerned citizens reported seeing a naked female walking around and jumping in and out of vehicles.
Oh my God. So she's like playing Nicky Nine Door while masturbating.
So now here's my question though. I mean, I live in New York, so we lock our doors no matter where we are. What goes on in this little fucking hick town in Minnesota where everybody leaves their car doors open and fucking naked chicks can walk in and out of their cars? This just doesn't happen. But apparently,
if my wife ran into the grocery store and I'm sitting there, I'm listening to the radio, I'm, whatever, having a coffee, and all of a sudden this naked woman jumps in and starts digitally penetrating herself.
She's jumping in and out of cars at a retail business that sells motor vehicles.
I got a question. So like, I don't know about you, but when I'm in the moment, I'm kind of in the moment. So like I'm not apt to get up and walk around and go to the next one. To me, this is like a masturbation swingers thing.
Well, it says police dispatchers were initially told that the naked woman was sitting alone inside a Pontiac SUV and that she looked happy and did not appear to be hurt. She looked happy, and did not appear to be hurt. But she appeared to be possibly under the influence. According to an arrest report obtained by the Smoking Gun, Minnesota police noted the completely naked woman did not stop pleasuring herself during her interactions with the police officers.
So they're there, tasers in ready, because you don't know what you're going to. And she's just sitting there.
Well, it says when cops arrived on the scene, the gold SUV where Weber was last reported was found to be empty. However, authorities soon found her in a nearby silver pickup truck with the door wide open.
Oh, she's passing the Dutchie from the left-hand side.
Oh my God. The 35-year-old was laying on the back seat floor, unclothed, and making nonsensical statements about being in. Where's our favorite place, Stu? Ken, where's our favorite place in the United States to get stories from? Being in St. Petersburg, Florida.
Nonsensical things.
Nonsensical statements about being in St. Petersburg, Florida. Throughout this time, Weber was making nonsensical statements and continued to masturbate, according to a probable cause statement.
This girl has an insatiable libido.
Asked what brought her to the Mankato area, Weber replied, "To please the boys." Authorities say they couldn't find the completely naked Minnesota woman's pants nor underpants inside the vehicle. This sounds like the book of Stu last week. However, they allegedly discovered a metal spoon with a crystalline substance that later tested positive for meth.
So she lost her pants and her underwear, but she managed to keep track of that spoon.
Well, that was her meth spoon. So yes.
Okay, and Short Side is still confused what digitally penetrating is.
Then he got it. Yes, his fingers digitally.
I was having a hard time with that too at first. Short Side, I don't feel bad.
Police at the scene attempted.
Favorite story of that. I thought the fucking subway was good, and then you come in with this fucking rotting corpse mystery and a dinosaur, and now we have fucking Dumb Dora or whatever her name is hopping around a car lot with digitally penetrating yourself.
So how long would you say it took the police to get her out of the car and get her under arrest?
Oh, did they let her finish?
Police at the scene attempted for an hour to
They were obviously sick.
coax Weber out of the vehicle, all while she continued to pleasure herself and make nonsensical statements.
Nonsensical statements.
According to the New York Daily News, a paper here in New York, police were also able to contact the owner of the truck, who said he was having the vehicle serviced and that Weber did not have permission to be there. So he brought his car in to get some service, an oil change, something or other. Yeah. And she just jumped in.
I got this bitch digitally penetrating herself while making nonsensical statements.
Right. Minnesota police were eventually able to coax the completely naked woman out of the vehicle and took her into custody. She was taken into a detoxification center for treatment. She was later charged with indecent exposure, narcotics possession, DWI, and entering a vehicle without the owner's permission.
Here is the point of the whole story that I've learned through all these stories, though. She is being charged with misdemeanors, but the guy that stole ham is going to the big time.
This is what happens when you're a 35-year-old woman naked masturbating.
With nonsensical statements.
With nonsensical statements about Florida.
Stole a little bit of non-halal meat, and he's going away for life.
And Short Side says she's a real looker for 35.
Yeah. I'm not saying she's a bad-looking woman, but she could make nonsensical statements on my floor and while I do the show. And Well, my wife would feel about it, but I'm sure I could get her back down here.
Is she listening now? Is she listening? And
I
she's
don't
gonna
know who's out there. I think Jason Scott and Amanda have gone for ice cream.
Quote unquote gone for ice cream.
Yeah.
In other words, swapping bodily fluids.
Yeah, swapping cream.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay. We got to get a couple more things. Great stories this week, by the way, Big B. You bring them to life. They're just, oh, there she is. They're just, they're just words on paper until you make them come to life. I do have two more things I want. I think we have time. We can get to them. So now
there's something we definitely need to get to.
We got well, I got to get to John Cena. This was fucking hilarious. But I'll close with that. The Book of Stew. Choo Stew, the Book of Stew. We're going to end next week on a cliffhanger. We can give you a little bits and pieces as we go along, ladies and gentlemen, but unless you listen to the shows, you're not going to know who Eric the Swede is. But you'll find out next week a little bit about him and Choo Stew and a little fight they got into, maybe a feud. More than a fight, but that's not tonight. So last week we introduced you to the place that was known as Urine Stench Alley, and we told you that it was a very important part in the history of the show. And we started to tell about something that happened to Big B, and I said, well, that's not really Choo Stew. And then as I pondered over it, I thought, well, you know what it is, because it all folds into the story like kneading bread. So for tonight's Choo Stew, I believe chapter 6, we're going to bring you into something here. So let's go into our Choo Stew thing here.
Draw near, cave dwellers. Deep in the corner of the cave, covered in dust and memories, lies a book filled with legends and stories that is passed from generation to generation. Some have witnessed the wonders. For some, it lives only in imagination and lore. This is known as the mysterious chronicles of the most interesting man in the world. Listen closely. This is the Book of Choo Stew.
Oh, wrong part. Sorry. This one. Hit the wrong button.
The Book of Choo Stew, Chapter 6. This week, royalty is about to join our group. Big B, long a rebel and enemy of the royal family, is about to experience a change in perspective, enjoying a whickle with Her Highness. Today, he will inherit the kingdom, a kingdom of beauty, the cherished land of the Alley of Piss Stench. I call this one, I knight thee, Sir Big B, the Duke of P.
They'll be stuck to the railings and cheering out loud. Britain's on top and it makes you feel proud. A jubilee song for a queen that stands fast. 3 cheers for the queen as a carriage goes past. 60 years she's been reigning the great British Isles. The roar of the lions, you can hear them for miles.
And defecate in the dark alleys of your beloved city. You shall enter your knighthood by riding a Segway and carrying the symbol of your knighthood, a red rubber plunger. Your craft shall have on it 2 bottles of Boone's Farm wine, a tin cup, and 2 partially dissolved deer cakes. Your subjects will address you as Sir Big B or Bitch, get out of my face. You shall carry on the honor of Alley Knight until the day your body is laid to rest. Your epitaph will read, Here lies Big B, the keeper of the alleys of P. He protected and served the stinking rotten bums and pubs. His deeds shall not be forgotten, even as the garbage lay rotten. He was a great man. His segue in the alley shall be a banner, and I can't even read my own writing. I'm so sorry. Because the Knight of Alley has served as keeper for his last day. So congratulations, Sir Big B. I shall call you Sir Big B now. You are the Knight of the Urine Stench Alley.
You are.
Clap now.
I must say, I thank you very much.
Big round of applause there.
Yeah, I thank you very much, and I actually feel honored by this. I am now Sir Big B of Young Stench Alley.
Young Stench Alley.
I'm sorry, that is Urine Stench Alley, as in P, as in Nazi. Urine Stench Alley.
I am Sir Big B of Urine Stench Alley, and you know what? I think I'm turning the corner on the royal family.
See?
I think now, I can see what good they do in the world.
And you're in good company now. You've got Elton John, Paul McCartney, Anthony Hopkins. You're in.
Yes, you're all these are all nights that Joe have mentioned that are in entertainment, and Big B, you, sir, are entertaining. So I wanted to add you to the Knights of the Entertainment table.
Now, would there be a chance, Your Majesty, that maybe Big B could come to the castle and perform a... So that was a memorable time. I was originally going to skip over it because Choo Stu was not physically there that week. But, I mean, he did set us up. You used to speak terribly about the royal family.
Absolutely horribly of the royal family, saying that they were figureheads, they were useless, they meant nothing in the grand scheme of things. But they took it upon themselves to recognize me and
the Queen of England.
That's right.
Before you were president-elect.
Yes.
You were the Duke of Urine Stench Alley.
That's right.
And I think briefly last week we spoke about it, that from this became the highest court of Urine Stench Alley, where we tried several cases.
We've tried several high-profile cases throughout the years in Urine Stench Alley. And coming up on the Endless Summer Beach Party, we will try, I think, the highest-profile case we've tried yet. Which is the artist formerly known as
Choo Stu. Yes, it will all come full circle. What he created is a high court of justice.
Right.
Will be the court that he is martyred in the end.
That's right. So tune in. We will let you know the time and the date for the trial of the century in Urine Stench Alley.
I can't wait. And what will be my position? Will I present the case before you, or
again, you are the magistrate?
Right. So I will present the charges against this man.
You will preside over the hearing.
Oh, what does that mean? You're the judge, you're the Duke.
I am the Duke, you are the magistrate. So the magistrate runs the courts. Right. I will have the ultimate say. I will take your advice into high regard and make my final decision.
I will prepare my case, and he is a slippery individual. He usually takes a story and twists. He's better than Charles Manson.
Well, I'm curious if he will show up. Because he may have a hangnail.
Or will he summon some beast from another dimension?
This is a good question. All to be answered on the Endless Summer Beach Party when we have the artist formerly known as Choo Stu in the High Court of Urine Stench Alley.
Oh, this is it's getting better and better and better as we go along. I was originally, I'm looking at this and I'm going, this could be a good Endless Summer Beach Party series, and now the plots are thickening, and we do have to explain, by the way, to Jason and Amanda that you need to stay for the show.
Right.
Just because the ice cream truck is ringing by, you don't leave.
I don't know where they are.
And, you're adults. You can wait half an hour to go for ice cream.
Go for ice cream, quote unquote. But yes, again, the Choo Mania, we will need both of them for the entire show.
Yes. Well, they're the stars of the show.
They are the stars of that show.
Short Sai is going to love this if he hasn't heard the original.
And again, Short Side, we have some openings. Let us know if you want to be a part of the Endless Summer Beach Party.
Right, you're awake. You can come on the show. You
come on the show, hang with us,
microphone, and we'd love to have you on.
Hang with us, drink with us.
Tell stories. We'll have news. We'll do what we normally do, and you'll be here and participate in the dialogue.
It'll be a special show. You could go out and you could justify yourself the expense of the peanut butter whiskey that you crave so much.
Right.
Come and drink with me peanut butter whiskey on the Endless Summer Beach Party.
He says he's going to knock up some things for us, so we might have more. We got Izzy added. We got some tentative more guests. Aside from the in each and every one, including the possibility of Short Sai and they're all our favorites. They all leave us with great memories. So anyway, before we go to the name of the show, I want to close with this. So John Cena, I used to do a wrestling show,
right?
And John Cena, 16-time world champion. Now a movie star. He made that what's that movie's in? Let me pull it up. F9. I think it's part of the Fast and the Furious.
Oh, I was just saying, I never heard of it.
Yeah, I think it's part of the Fast and the Furious, which I'm not a fan of. Jim Dean.
Neither am I.
Yeah, I don't know that I've ever even sat through one, and I'm sorry. I know it's a popular series, but F9, I'm assuming, is Fast and the Furious 9. John Cena. Now the Hollywood actor that he is. He apparently made an error during one of his, what do they call that, when they promo or whatever, and he called Taiwan a country. And that apparently...
Wait, can you go back? He called Taiwan a country?
Right.
Taiwan is a country.
Wait a minute, maybe it was Taiwan.
I'm confused. He called Taiwan a country. Okay. And he called U.S. a country.
He called Taiwan a country, and that insulted his Chinese fans.
Okay.
So he went, and here's the part I want you to hear. He went and recorded an apology to China in Mandarin.
Oh, good God, this should be fun.
This is John Cena. You can't see me. The doctor of thugonomics, or whatever he called himself, former WWE champion turned actor, apologizing to the Chinese for calling Taiwan a country in Mandarin. Listen to this.
Star and former pro wrestler John Cena has touched off an international controversy.
Cena apologized to the people of China after calling Taiwan a country during a promotional interview with a Taiwanese broadcaster.
Taiwan is a country. I mean, it's an independent country. John Cena is not alone in Hollywood in towing that line.
我必须说，现在就是很重要。我爱更尊重中国，更中国人。
A Late Show has acquired the full apology.
你好，中国，就是叫西呢。我做很多采访，很多。所以在一个采访，我有一个错误， 所有人问我，如果我可以用中文出题之前，就有人给我，所以很多采访，很多我有一个错误，我必须说，现在就是很重要。我爱更尊重中国，更中国人。Can you believe this？ 中国更中国人，不好意思，再见。
It's a late show with Stephen Colbert.
Anyway, how do you learn Mandarin that quickly?
Well, obviously he's coached.
A la hung zhua.
So I have a number of questions.
Well, I don't know if I can answer them. I never liked John Cena in the first place.
So Taiwan is a country. What's the problem?
Well, apparently it isn't. It must have. I mean, we need to dig deeper, and maybe this will be an assignment for next week. That the Chinese feel Taiwan is not a country.
Okay, so even if the Chinese feel Taiwan isn't a country, and it's probably what they're saying is they're part of their province of China. Who cares? Who gives a flying fuck?
China is becoming a liberal country.
Well, China, China is a communist country, so of course the liberals are run to it. They can't wait to defend China. Ask fucking the fucking biggest pussy in sports, LeBron James. He loves himself some China. They run to China like there's no tomorrow. But who gives a fuck if you call Taiwan a country and China gets mad? Who gives a shit?
Obviously, John Cena.
But why?
Why do you care? Big B. Aha.
Why do you care that China is mad?
Look at his face. What passionate China. And these are movie stars. They normally really care about what they look like. He looks like a fucking dog-faced gremlin. Look at him. Oh, Huang, Hua.
But again, is China paying your salary? You're this big movie star. Are you relying on China money to make your living being a Hollywood movie star? Probably not. So who gives a fuck if China's mad at you? Does it really fucking matter? They're a communist country who has slave labor that makes fucking Nike shit and all the other stuff that all the liberals love. Who cares if they're fucking mad at you? Who gives a shit? You're making your money here in the U.S. Who cares?
I don't know.
If China is mad.
I don't know. My answer to that is ha.
Oh my God.
John Cena, ladies and gentlemen. We have never talked about wrestling on the show, and I used to do a lot of wrestling.
We can talk old school wrestling anytime you want. I'm prepared.
I love wrestling. I really do, but I don't like John Cena. I never have.
Well, I stopped wrestling long before his era.
Yeah.
As soon as the Attitude Era they sent us a disease, so why not bats?
I can't wait to find out if it was genetically raised in a laboratory.
Oh, well, that's the big thing now. Haven't you heard?
I've heard. I've heard.
Facebook will no longer censor because they're the leaders of thought, apparently.
The kings of censorship.
Facebook will no longer censor posts that claim that it was from a lab in Wuhan because more and more evidence shows that Donald Trump was right, that the coronavirus,
the Chinese flu,
the Chinese virus came from a lab in Wuhan. More and more evidence is showing. Now the liberals and all the Democrats are backtracking like there's no tomorrow.
Like everything else they're backtracking on.
Well, they spend their life backtracking. But that's a different story for a different day.
A different day. At this point in the show, ladies and gentlemen, because I hope you're lining up. Short Side, you might be first in line tonight. It is After Hours with Big B. Your opportunity to I don't want to say get intimate, but to hang out with one of the hosts of the show and get to talk about things off air, incognito, off the record, whatever you want to call it.
A one-on-one personal experience.
One-on-one. It's like Dear Abby with video.
But you have to be my friend on Facebook.
You have to be his friend on Facebook. More reason to, join the Facebook group, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram, follow us on TikTok, and you will be directed on how you can be a friend with Big B. Because some guy's requesting a audio jingle. I have no fucking idea who you are because you come across as Facebook user.
I'm curious now. I'm going to go try to investigate while we wait for people to
give us the names of the show, ladies and gentlemen. And I've got a few things jotted down as I usually do, but usually mine are mainly for the show notes. And then of course it's the all important time. And Short Side is suggesting that you get a Patreon to make some money from this.
I should.
Oh, he's got a few. So fire away, Short Side. I will get yours first. And then I will, of course, guess how many Big B has. That's a new feature as well. So waiting on Short Side as you investigate the mystery person requesting radio jingles.
I found it.
Rainy day shit in his shed.
Interesting. Kenny Stewart. I don't know if that name rings a bell to you, but Kenny Stewart is the guy that wants
next. Short Side. Keep going. Kenny Stewart would like me to do a radio jingle.
And he's been a member of the Cape Crew radio page on Facebook since April 2021. There comes your wife. Oh, she's whispering things to you.
Oh, she got the money back, Big B. We have an update.
Oh, breaking news.
Does that mean I'll get sex tonight? No answer there. Sweaty fucking hormone pigs. These might be too much to put into iTunes. And the last one is Jesse James stole a child's bike. All right, well, Kenny Stewart, we'll get to your audio jingle. I think I should charge for that.
I don't know who Kenny Stewart is, but he's been a member of the Cape Crew Radio Facebook page since April 28th, 2021. So not too long.
Okay, a child's bike. All right, well, we'll fix him up. Whatever he wants. Swapping cream on Cape Crew Radio and no sex for DK tonight. Breaking news flash. Yeah, I'm used to no sex tonight. Anywho, I am going to guess something about a dildo. I didn't even hear it. I am going to guess that Big B tonight has 5. I'm going to guess 5 for Big B.
Do you want to know the number?
Yeah, well, that's the game now we play. We have all these new segments as we move along.
What is the prize if you get it right?
I don't know. It's just like I got 7. I've got 4. So I thought I'd start guessing because I'm here with writing numbers down, preparing for your. And I don't have a lot of room because Short Side had a lot tonight. But anyway, what do you got?
I have 5.
Maybe I will get lucky tonight.
Look at that.
Maybe the blood rose moon is in my favor. The total solar eclipse. Fire away.
I have the random screw falls out of the glasses.
Yeah, okay. I haven't even read mine yet. Usually I read mine first. Screw. Glasses. Yeah.
This came from Short Side very early in the show. Shitty sausage with a sheet of lettuce.
Sausage. Yeah.
Next is when I was talking to your lovely wife. I have the same things. I get it.
Yeah, I didn't hear that. I don't think I have. Same things. I get it. Okay.
Now we move on to my top two.
Yes, always the best part of the show.
First, just straight up a sheet of lettuce.
Yeah, I love it.
But even better in my eyes, my favorite. Are you ready?
Yep.
Propane aerated horse shit.
Now, before we decide, because you usually get it, but I also wrote down, vote in the chat, by the way. I wrote down stolen bike job interview. I did write down the random screw falls out.
Right.
I don't know what this came from, but I've written down to please the boys.
Okay. I don't know where they came from either.
I have a missing stack of ham.
Okay.
I have nonsensical statements. And I can't even read my own. Something about May the 9th. Oh, digitally penetrating on May the 9th. And a paper mache stegosaurus. But these could all be show notes. I think what it comes down to, ladies and gentlemen, and a sheet of lettuce was yeah. But we got propane aerated horse shit, which also made me laugh. I do like that one as well. And if there's no protests from the crowd, I think we will call the show, this should draw some ears, a propane aerated horse shit.
I also like, just to throw in, I like, obviously my favorite was propane aerated horse shit, but you came up with a very good one, a missing stack of ham.
Yeah, that was just random. That could be a show note.
I really like that name. Short Size says propane aerated horse shit, got my vote.
Okay, so there you go. And missing stack of ham will be a show note. And a sheet of lettuce will be in there, and nonsensical statements, I'm sure, as well. And the random screw falls out. I think we'll have people swimming in a circle. So, Short Side, you got a great opportunity ahead of you to be the only 2-time visitor on Big B After Hours, unless someone gets to him first. So get your phone, start to press your buttons. And next week we start the Endless Summer Beach Party. We won't have a guest that I know of as of yet, but we will start to feel the festivities of summer, and we'll come up with some good stuff for you. Until next time, the name of the show is A Propane Aerated Horse Shit. And we'll see you. We'll see you next week, kids. Oh, Lord. Here we go. I can do this. I can end the show.
Thank you very much for listening to the show. Now stay safe, take care, and wash your hands.
Oops, sorry.
Don't forget to join the Facebook group, follow on Twitter, and subscribe on YouTube. Just search Cave Crew Radio.
Shut up! Shut up!
ISIS has spread like cancer. Another mess I inherited.